Hello everyone, my name is Monica and welcome to my channel. Here I am at my working table. I am sketching and guess what? Well, very predictable. It's a pumpkin and a little kitty. And why I'm doing that? Well, also very predictable because Halloween is coming. And I know there is a lot of people doing this. There is a lot of good drawings and paintings about pumpkins and cats, but I just want to do it. It's just gonna be one more. I had to say that about this sketch. It took me several tries. What I usually do is I grab a photograph and I try to give it the proportions and the dimensions. And I usually change it a little bit. So I try to get my drawings, I try to give it a cute look. So basically that's what I did. And it looks cute. It looks what I wanted. It looks how I wanted to look. And this is gonna be a very easy painting in watercolors. And well, let's go ahead and start painting, shall we? So I'm using the wet on wet technique, but I'm being very careful with that. What do I mean by that is I'm not using a lot of water. I'm not putting a lot of water here on the paper because I am not sure how this is gonna come out. So now is when I am starting with the color and see how nicely it's coming out. This cat, I just mixed white and black, and this is a shade of gray. And this is what I mean by not applying too much water because I want to see what happens, and I don't want to lose control of the painting. So I'm being very cautious. And yes, I quite like it, and it's coming up very easy. One of the things about this type of drawings and this type of paintings is that you can always go back later. I always say that. You can always go back later and add more layers. But I had to say about this one that it's already looking good and it's super easy. It's a very easy autumn painting. I am feeling very excited about this painting because it's a very autumnal kind of painting. Now I'm adding a little bit of more. It's a mix of black and white, but this time we got more black, and this is a second coat. And then again, you can see how nice it's coming up, and how it's starting to look quite nice already. Uh, well, I like it. I'm going to continue with the face, and I'm planning to do his eyes. For that, I'm using marker, black one, and I'm trying to leave a little bit of tiny spot of white on his eyes. So it looks like it has an expression already. And then I'm also drawing with the marker, with the same marker, and drawing his ears and defining a little bit his head. And a little bit the ears. That's it. Then I'm adding now a layer of gray on the face of the kitty. I'm being very careful with this because I don't want to spoil it. And if you overdo it, then very easily you can spoil it. So I don't recommend it. Being very cautious with the amount of water I'm using and the shade I'm using. So basically, it's just a mix again of black and white. Um, it's coming out. I'm pleased. I had to say it's looking quite good already. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply another layer on the back of the kitty. So I'm trying to give a little bit of volume as I always do. And then I can go back later again if I feel like I want to apply a different coat or another layer. Um, and I just let it dry. But let's go back to the neck and face again. And then, as you can see, it's quite wet. So I'm gonna have to be very careful and go back to it later. Now I'm just adding another layer of gray, for which is a mix of black and white. And I'm being extra careful with that because I don't want to get rid completely of the drawing, because I want to leave the drawing as a reference of what I'm going to do later with the kitty's eyes and the mouth. So I don't want to completely get rid of that, my drawing that I did with my pencil. And then just a little bit more here, and a little bit more black. I like it. So yeah, this is going easy. This is going easy. It's going well. And who doesn't feel in the mood of painting a black cat and a pumpkin when Halloween is round the corner? So why not? Now I'm gonna go back a little bit to the back. So I'm giving a little bit of volume again with gray. And this is very simple colors. I'm just mixing white and black. It's very simple. If you give it a go, you will see that it will come up easy and simple. It is important to get the drawing right, for which usually I look at photographs of animals and things like that, because I don't copy other painters. So this is the original painting. So now I am adding another layer on the back and a little bit of tail, and I'm trying to give this look to the cat that is an uniform color. It's a kind of a black grayish cat, and it's a little bit overweight. So on this layer I'm giving now, I'm using more white on the mix, so to make it a little bit lighter. So it's again a mix of black and white, but there's more white in it, so it's lighter. Giving now a little bit of definition with my fine brush, and that's it. I like it. I like how it's coming up. I'm gonna move to the face very soon because I want to do a little bit more work on his face. So that's for now. Okay, so now I'm gonna proceed to paint his whiskers. And for that, I'm using a white fine marker. Yes, just a little bit of lines. And here we go. So here, as you can see, his whiskers are a little bit too wide. So I decided to go through the whiskers again a little bit with a fine, very fine brush. So in between the whiskers, and using a type of grayish to make a blend, like his whiskers are more natural, blending with the rest of the face. I'm moving to the pumpkin now, and I forgot to turn the camera on. So um, I'm using a mix of red, Cadmium red, orange, and yellow. And I am actually uh, just applying this coat on wet, a little bit wet, the pumpkin, the paper. I applied a little bit of water, a little bit of wet on wet technique, but again, not too much because I don't want this to get too messy. So this is a first layer that I am applying on the pumpkin. and adding another coat to the pumpkin and trying to give the illusion of shadows and volume. So I am using a mix of Van Dyke brown, burnt umber, and orange, and red, cadmium red. Uh, but this is a darker shade of what I originally used. And I'm leaving the center of the pumpkin without the layer, so it gives the illusion of some volume. And about to do the lines of the pumpkin now, for which I'm using Van Dyke brown and mixed Van Dyke brown with a little bit of orange. Now I'm moving to the stem and I'm giving a first coat of sap green, and later I will go back to it. Now I am doing the lines of the pumpkin for what I'm using Van Dyke brown and burnt umber. I mix the colors. And also I'm trying to give a little bit the illusion of shadows. So that's why on the side of the pumpkin I'm applying this color, and also on the bottom. This painting is almost finished, so now I'm just erasing the lines that I drew with my pencil, and for that I'm using my rubber. went through the pumpkin again and I decided to give another layer of an orangey tone. I mixed Van Dyke brown and orange and a little bit of white. But I used more orange than anything else. And that is because I want to give this orange glow some to make the pumpkin stand out on the paper on the watercolor paper next to the black kitty, and also because I didn't quite like how thick the lines came up. I was looking at it and I was thinking, okay, I think maybe I can thin out these lines you see here on the side, and give a little bit of more volume with a lighter tone of orange. And this is the finished product. Is it? And this is the finished product. And I had to say that I enjoyed painting this quite a lot. It's quite easy and simple. And if you give it a go, please comment, please share. How did it go? I would like to hear about it. The only thing I didn't find so easy about this painting was the drawing. But other than that, it's really simple. So thank you for so much for watching. Until the next video. Bye.